Hi, everyone. Welcome to the It's All for Love podcast. I'm Cheryl Mazza, the healing dancer, your host. This podcast is all about Michael Jackson and how he continues to spread love in our world and inspires us to live our best lives. Thank you so much for watching and or listening to this episode. But before we get to the episode, I have a few things that I want to tell you. If you are watching this podcast on YouTube, please make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and also like the video of the episode that you are watching. And I would also love it if you would leave us some comments about how much you loved the episode. If you are listening on any other podcast platform, if you are able to, please subscribe on that platform. And also, what would really help me is if you would leave a review on whatever podcast platform you are listening on. The reviews help the podcast to be more seen and to spread the word to other Michael Jackson fans about the podcast. And as always, I am looking for guests to be on the podcast. So if you would like to be a guest on this podcast and tell your Michael Jackson story, I would absolutely love to chat with you. Make sure to check out the show notes and find the link to click on to schedule a coffee chat with me, or you can email me. The email address is also in the show notes. Thank you again for listening and or watching It's All for Love. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the It's All for Love podcast. I am Cheryl Mazza, the healing dancer, your host. And today we have Hope J, the CEO of Highly Favored Mothers, with us on the podcast. Hope proudly calls the beautiful Pacific Northwest her home. She grew up surrounded by breathtaking landscapes and vibrant communities. This has shaped her perspective and passion for connection. As a micro-influencer, Hope leverages the platform of TikTok to champion women's empowerment, sharing inspiring stories, valuable insights, and empowering content. Her mission is to create a supportive space where women can find their voices, celebrate their achievements, and uplift one another. Join Hope on this journey of resilience and empowerment. Hope's message is to the thriving mothers who endure the struggle and continue caring for their homes and children while striving for their dreams. She is here to create a foundation that sheds light on a woman's perspective who bears it all. That's all amazing. Welcome, Hope. I'm
Thank
so
you.
honored to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, yes. Thanks for being here to talk about our favorite person, Michael.
Yes, Michael
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah.
Yes.
So tell me, what was the first time that you discovered him or when he struck you in the heart?
Michael Jackson has been a great inspiration. Me coming from the 80s and 90s era, just coming from a single parent home, the struggle. Michael Jackson, if it wasn't us hearing him on the radio, or seeing him on the black and white TV, his performances, who he was, just really like a white beam of light, such a icon, very just inspirational, if it was his moonwalk or us watching The Wiz, which was very magical to me. So, he was also magical. If it was me like performing in front of my mother, you know what I mean, with
Yeah.
my little microphone and standing on milk crates, waking her up in the morning, like I was just that excited kid, filled with dreams, as a little girl. So Michael Jackson, just watching his movies to his videos, his music videos, just inspired us all just to come together as a family and be creative and be unique in our own way.
Wow, I love that. Does any particular moment come to mind or any like stories from like your family?
Yeah, I would say any stories that would come together, I would say just us being able to be ourselves and be creative. If it was us singing together, me and all my sisters, I come from a family of 7 kids.
Wow.
So my mom being a single parent, I think the easiest way for us to like get close to singing would be in the choir, which we attended Mountain Sinai Church. So that was somewhere where we went to actually express our music and our gifts, because we were all such great singers and gifted in our own area. So singing in the choir was very big for us back in those days. There wasn't really much to do. You would be excited to go to church,
Mm,
back in where we come from. So it was interesting. Like I said, we could just express our voices, and Michael Jackson was just a great inspiration. I think just he was just really a role model for a lot of people. Just to, never to give up on your dreams, no matter where you come from. If you're coming from nothing, the struggle, the projects, whatever they want to call it, the dreams can't come true.
yeah, yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. Love- How has Michael Jackson inspired you throughout your life?
He's inspired me throughout my life to always believe in myself, no matter what. I feel like no matter what you do in life, people are gonna, always have something to say about what you do. So I just believe that believing in yourself is just the number one thing that you could do, and just don't worry about what people think of you. I think we all are different as people, and what would life be like if we were all the same? So I think being your most authentic self is just the way to go, and just be consistent and never giving up on your dreams.
Yeah. I know he talked, I feel like Michael talked a lot about that, never giving up on your dreams. He was very much a huge advocate for, promoting that message to his
Yes,
fans.
and yeah, and I think for many cultures, it just inspired the people all around. If it was just like empowerment or just change, pushing that change on just the world and all over.
Do you ever have Michael Jackson synchronicities where he just magically shows up in your life?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I would say it started as a little girl. Like I would try to create his outfits. His fashion was out of this world. If it was wearing the glove, I would find a glove around the house. You know what I mean? Just his little fashion, his red jacket. Song Bad was my favorite song. That one and Smooth Criminal. So if I could dress up like that as close as I could get to his style, then it would just make my day. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, it always just brightened my day just to reenact Michael Jackson. If it was all of us, me and my sisters getting together, trying to do the moonwalk, like who does the best moonwalk was just made our day. You know what I mean? It made
Yeah.
us forget about the struggle or, any hard times we were facing.
Mhm.
Michael Jackson came on, it just sparked up the house, it sparked up everybody, and put a smile on everybody's face.
Yeah, he's so good at that even now.
Yeah, exactly. Till this day, I just feel like, true legends never die. So he continues to inspire, especially many, generations to come.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely continues to inspire. It's great to see the younger generation still like,
Right. And to never
obsessed with him like
even
we are.
exactly like obsessed. Like we're like, what do you
Yeah,
guys know about Michael? And
right.
so it's just amazing just to see his light still shine even when he's not here. So
Exactly.
that's just it's just amazing.
So now your favorite songs are Bad and Smooth Criminal. Do you have a
Yeah.
favorite video?
Yes, I do. My favorite video would be Dirty Diana.
Oh, yeah.
So the thing, I know I was pretty young, but I could never really figure out what Dirty Diana meant, like what that
Right.
song was about till I got older. So I think that was a unique song to me growing up. So I think that would be my third favorite.
I love that song. It's like it's
Mhm.
different, because it's rock. It was
Yeah, I could
rock than
definitely
pop.
say,
Yeah.
yeah, it was definitely rock, and I think I love that just get wild type, vibe. And especially coming from Michael, it was just like, oh my goodness, it was amazing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
I know that song Come Together. I know it was a cover that he did,
mhm.
but that video, oh my gosh. And the yellow
Yeah,
shirt, like
yes.
that's a vibe right there.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm trying to think what other songs. We Are the World.
Hmm.
That was another song that I really loved. The empowerment he brought to the people. And I know there was a couple other artists in that video, which
Yeah.
was also inspiring. Smooth Criminal would be another one of my favorites. Just him, chasing the bad guys, was just really awesome to me, as a little girl. I just, I looked at Michael Jackson basically as a superhero, you know what I mean, growing up. So, he continues to be my superhero, just brings such inspiration just to for me to explore my gifts, you know what I mean? Not to be afraid and to just be consistent on my dreams and just to never give up. Smooth Criminal was just like an amazing, that's a movie or video that always stays in my head, when I think of Michael and I think of his movies. And also The Wiz, I think I already talked about, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's very like magical to me. So that's another
Yeah.
movie.
I love that movie. Yeah.
I did too. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah. And is this song called You Can't Win?
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know if that's what it's called, but I know that's
Right,
I
right.
love
He
that
has
song.
so
It's so
many.
inspirational. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He has so many empowering songs. Um, that would they're definitely going to be an impact for generations to come. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, definitely amazing. He was and continues to be.
Yes. How does he continue to spread love in your world today?
I would say Michael continues to spread love in my world to continue believing in my dream, to always show up as myself. I believe I'm my best when I'm myself. So just continuing to be myself and just continuing to write and continuing to be free minded, like, continue to dance and just continue to be me.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So you say continuing to write. Are you an author?
So I write music.
Okay.
I really like writing rap and R&B. It's just it's one of my gifts that I have that I've been kind of exploring
Hmm.
into. I really, as I got older, I think I got better at it.
Hmm.
I haven't really put it out there, but it's kind of on my mind to probably just, you know what I mean, start to just like be open and just, express all my gifts, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just be fearless, So I'm working toward that and many other things that I'm working on right now. But yeah.
Yes. I love that. Be fearless. Yes. That's it. That is definitely something that Michael would say.
Yes,
Be
yes, be
fearless. Be your
fearless.
authentic self, share that with the world. The world needs that.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I love that you're a singer-songwriter.
Yes.
What do you want the world to know about Michael Jackson?
I want the world to know about Michael that no matter what, if you're starting small, I think as people, we're always worried about what things might look like, you know what I mean? But I feel like, the first thing is just to get out there and just start putting your stuff out there, whatever whatever you're trying to do, if you're trying to start a business, try to start your own podcast or platform or anything that inspires the people, pushes a movement, anything like that, just to continue to just push yourself to just strive to be better and just, like I said, be fearless to put whatever you have out there. Like I said, you have to start from somewhere and build from the bottom up. So that's what I believe that my goal is now is just to start somewhere. I might not have it all together, but one day, the seeds will grow and create an empire. So that's my plan. So yeah, just be consistent and start somewhere. That's what I'd give for any advice. And I feel like Michael Jackson, he had to start somewhere.
Right.
So, and he obviously became a legend, the king of pop.
And he worked hard at it, like we all do at our gifts, that's the inspiration from
Yeah,
him. It was like, he always wanted to be the best at that because it's like what he loved. That was his,
exactly.
uh,
From the day he was young, when he was a little boy, it just was in him. He was so inspired. So that's something that he loved to do. And I feel like, when you love to do something, everything comes easy. Just stay consistent and, doing what you love, that's just everyday greatness right there in itself. So,
yes, agreed. I was just thinking about that today, like with this
mhm.
podcast,
Right.
um, the thing that lights me up the most is Michael Jackson. So that's why I started it.
Yes,
And
exactly.
I'm like, I want to do this every day, all
I
day
love
long. Like,
I love it. It just gives me just this warm feeling. It brings me back to my childhood, and just where I come from, even if it was, the struggle, it just inspires me. So I
yeah,
thank you for having me. And, just being able to talk about Michael just brings back those feelings and just brings more inspiration to me today. So,
thank you, Michael, for the inspiration, right?
yes, yes, thank
Is there
you.
anything else you want to talk about or tell us about your business?
Yes, I would like to talk about a little bit about highly favored mothers. Highly favored mothers, I'm very much inspired by, I think, the single mother. Me being a single mother and also coming from a home where my mother raised 7 kids, alone. She greatly inspired me to start Highly Favored Mothers platform slash brand. So Highly Favored Mothers is pretty much a platform that inspires motivational healing. I would say physically, mentally, and spiritually. Yeah, I just found God and I got closer to God, the creator. He became my daily bread, and just restoring my faith. So just overcoming trials and tribulations and obstacles. I feel like we all come from a place where we experienced pain throughout some time in our lives. So I think Highly Favored Mothers is like a movement and a push toward positive change.
Yes, yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
mothers, let's face it,
Yes.
you all do
Yes. And also,
everything.
right. And also I would say to also the fathers, there's single fathers out there too. I don't want
Yeah.
to forget about them. That really, go through the same thing somewhat of what women go through. And also being a single father, you know what I mean? And coming from a single parent home themselves. So I think Highly Favored Mothers would be such a great like umbrella for, overcoming obstacles, overcoming trauma and things like that. So I inspire motivational healing and yeah, that's what I'm here for. And that's what Highly Favored Mothers is about. And anybody that would like to come follow me and come see what I'm about, they could find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So you could come follow me there and come get some inspirational content and watch my videos.
Yes, yeah. And I will put all of Hope's contact information in the show notes so that you can follow her and get inspired and empowered.
Yes,
Yeah.
awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Hope, for chatting with me.
Yes, thank you for
Pleasure.
having me. Yes, thank you for having me. And yes, this was great. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's all for love, everyone. We will see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.